Let's do this. When I started my, career back in, everything started in 2009. First time I won a singing contest. Well, only time you think I've done all this. Only time, which was J Search by Tina Umebe. There were people around me that weren't happy with that success. How dare her? And innocent me, who was in her head always kumbaya and we are love, everybody's one. I refused to see just how evil people were around me. I just felt love them a little bit more. Show them that they too can be just as great. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. No, it doesn't. And for the longest time, our mothers are very intuitive. Women generally are, but when you tap into that power of intuition, it's so powerful that it foretells a lot of things ahead of time. And our stubbornness, our ego wouldn't let us listen because we think we know it all, But the truth is we don't. And sometimes we can't see further than our nose. And we need other people in our lives that can help direct us when we are going off path. And that's what my mom has always been in my life. The problem is I have coconut head. So most of my life, it was like I'm a see for myself type shit. Like, she would tell me to be careful. She would tell me in specific details. And I'd be like, I'm a see for myself. And then when I see, oh my God, I see. I didn't see. Oh, but see, God said. But growing up, there's some things you have to stop doing. You can't keep ignoring the signs. You can't keep ignoring what people are doing to you. We are adults. Everybody knows what they're doing. One of the jobs that I missed the most, that I had the pleasure of working with, was my first ever full-on leadership role. I used to run away from leadership roles because ordinary being a co-worker is hard enough. Because they're like, you're on too much, you're always doing the most, Now imagine being a boss. It's in their head, it's going to be worse. Like, what the fuck do you think you are, So I was very wary about it. And it was also one of the darkest times of my life when I took that job. I actually had other offers, but I took that one because it was where my heart was really into. It was music based. I was happy to work, even though it didn't mean I would do music. Just being around it and being able to, churn out new talent, being able to, see them grow and excel, it was really giving me joy. I would stay up late at night making plans, drawing up contracts, doing stuff that you would naturally pay someone else like lots of money to do. I was doing it for bare minimum salary because it was my passion and I wanted to see these people succeed. Yoruba people call that Asheju Baba Ashete, because that simply means when you overdo, you will tear. you enter trouble. And sometimes we need to know how to, give just about the right amount of effort to the amount of salary being collected. Clock in, clock out. Because not everybody is looking for brilliance. They are looking for puppets. They feel they are puppet masters. And most of the people that I have worked with who have put me in leadership positions in their companies don't do it because they see the brilliance and the value I can add to the company as a person who is innovative and futuristic in all her plans and all she does. Oh no, they don't see that. What they see is someone who confronts as the, because I'm very eloquent, as you can tell. If you watched it this far, that means it's because you enjoy watching me talk. Now, they think that they can take advantage of that and my energy, my light, to be able to draw the kind of, abundance that they want in their business, instead of actually taking real advantage of my intellect being able to get the best out of it. Because I'm the kind of person that I'm not trying to be with one company for 20, 30 years. Hell no. I'm gonna hit it well, not hit it and quit it, but like, hit it, see it go well, and then quit it. Because I love a challenge. And once there is no longer a challenge, I do not need to keep being there. It's one of the reasons I started my PR company back in, first one was in 2012, but that was with a business partner. Then I went solo in 2015. And that's what I like about PR. It's contract based, 3 months, 6 months, 2 weeks, a year, whatever the job calls for. I know that once it's done, on to the next best thing, basically. Because that's what keeps my wheels churning. I have been part of some of the most amazing productions in Lagos between 2012 and 2016. I have done some things that I don't blow my own trumpet, which is what I think I should start doing. Because even without blowing my trumpet, people are threatened. They're like, oh my God, she's going to take over. Okay. And for many years, I felt bad for being this amazing person. I felt I had to dim my light, reduce myself, act like I didn't even know the things I know, just so people can feel not so little. I'm not doing anything intentionally to make these people. I'm me. This is me. I totally feel like I can, what's that word? I can relate with some certain people who are now like huge in life, who, when you listen to their stories and they tell you how people always made them feel like they were doing the most when they had these ideas, people always tried to make them feel little, and then you see them now, they are billionaires, they're huge. For years, all I do is I study these people, I watch these people, and I'm like, I get it, I'm like you. But I'm not asking myself, so why am I not like you financially? It's because the difference is they didn't listen to the people trying to make them feel little. They didn't listen to the noise outside. They listened to themselves. For many years, I wasn't listening to myself. I quieted my own inner child. I told her to shush. You don't know what's going on in the real world. You're still a child. It took me starting my healing journey in 2023 and healing that relationship with my inner child for me to get to where I am right now, where I can say, fuck the industry, fuck all the people who are threatened and intimidated by me. I did not do anything to get this. Okay? This is how God made me. Deal with it. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. My brilliance and excellence is not going anywhere anytime soon. Hate it, love it. Honestly, I don't care anymore. Because I am not living for the dollar. I'm living for God. I'm doing everything I do for God. And I guess we've gotten to the part where, okay, so if you're not going to be doing any work anymore, how are you going to survive? How are you going to make money? Are you trying to be an influencer? Please, I need to be very clear on so many things. And I'm glad I've started to speak my own truth now. This is not them say, she said, he said. No. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth. I have never wanted any kind of social media fame. Because there are a lot of people that think that I post my content for fame. If I wanted fame, I would have had it a very long time ago. A lot of people don't even know I won a singing contest. I was everywhere until my accident. There are still people in the industry today, huge names, who cannot deny who I am because they saw the rise then. They also saw the pushback. They also saw that I was relentless with still following other dreams. But then, most of them are threatened by me. No matter what I do, it comes off as if I'm trying to steal food from their mouths. And I'm like, the sky is so fucking big. If you stood at the edge of the ocean you cannot see its end. That is how vast this world is. And you're worried that we cannot coexist in it. I have always been team collaboration over competition. The only competition you should ever have in life is the person you're looking at in the mirror. How do you better the best version of yourself? That's the competition right there. Not people you see outside. No, those are your collaborators. But as we know, in the Nigerian music industry, in the entertainment industry, that's not what it is. When you see people collaborating, it's not because there's no competition there. No. It's trying to see how can I, you know that Al Pacino saying, some people take it so close to their heart. You know, keep your friends close but your enemy closer. That's what they do. A lot of people have done that with me. They act like they want to work with me and, you know, create something amazing. But no. It's just so that they can control what it is and put it out there. So that they can take most of the shine and feel like, yeah, you think you're that good, huh? If I don't fuck you over, you know, you have no idea how many times this has happened to me. And the sad part is, you would think it's women. No, it's men. That is why men have convinced themselves that I hate them. I don't even hate anybody. I don't hate any living thing. I don't. I can hate what you do. I can hate how you behave. I can hate who you're becoming, but I will never hate you as a person. So that narrative, you better have it in your head. It's between you and God. So, I think this is going to be a long one. I don't even know because I've just been ranting. So, you're wondering, so what am I going to be doing, you know, for sustenance? How am I going to make money? Since I ain't looking for internet cloud, I ain't looking for, you know. As I said, I live my life fully now for God. I do have only one, you know, contract job I am working on. And this is the only one right now that God approves of me to work on. But I have fully dedicated the rest of me to my purpose, which is, as I said, is for God. All the talents, all my intelligence, all my amazingness, it's not from me. I didn't create myself. I didn't birth myself. I didn't give myself the knowledge and the wisdom that I have. It all came from God. I didn't give myself my songwriting abilities. I didn't give myself, you know, my creative ability. No, even how I talk. No. When I was a baby, I was a stammerer till I think almost 10. I was a quiet child. The one that would be under the dining table that you're looking for hours, that you see you're looking for her, but would not engage because she just wants to be let the fuck alone. That was me. This yappity yap person you're seeing, I didn't meet her until secondary school. And even when I did, they tried to beat her out of me. Oh, you're always singing. Oh, you talk. Why are you always talking back? I'm not talking back. I'm just asking questions. But of course, you know, adults don't like to be questioned because they don't want to be held accountable. I was that kid. And then the older I got, when I was still in religion and all that, it became leaders of churches not liking me. Because I was always the one asking the difficult questions that they were not ready to answer. This is just who I've always been because it's who God created me to be. So the same talents He gave me, the same wisdom, the same knowledge, now I'm only going to be using it for His purpose. And you ask yourself, what's that? God's only purpose for us as human beings is to love. Love ourselves, love one another, love animals, love the earth that He gave to us. Love. And how do I get the message of love across to people? First, I have to show by loving myself. And that's the job God gave me last year. I've always loved myself, but fully, maybe not. Because if I was hiding me, my awesomeness, then I don't love myself. I know that some people are going to say, she's proud now, see the way she's talking. so full of herself. Trust me, it's that same kind of talk that made me feel I had to dim my light because I didn't want to be seen as proud. But even at that, I was still called proud. I was still called these things, even when I was, keeping it to myself. I remember a particular artist manager. This happened in 2016 at the Afrima, what's it called, music. No, not Afrima, sorry. What's that other one? Oh, it's not Afrima. What's that music one that they do? That they sometimes do in other parts of. It's Afrima, right? Yeah, I think. You see how long I've been out of the industry. And I was there with a client. I was managing artists then. I just started, publicly managing. I'd been doing it on the low, but then I was publicly doing it now, like, being more out. And I remember I ran into this person, and he used to manage like big name artists. But it was also like, because he knew me on radio, she understands, so he knew me very well. And he sees me backstage, and he's like, what are you doing here? Because he sees the tag that I'm working. And I'm like, I'm here with my, artists. And literally, from his mouth, this is not, he said, no, he didn't say it behind my back, he said it to my face, waiting, now, if you leave this one for us too. Now, everything you want to. This is someone managing big names. I was managing a nobody at that time. Nobody. And he was threatened by me. And that comment, to tell you how many years ago, but it stuck with me because I've never looked at anyone and thought, this person is doing the same job I'm doing. Why is this person doing? No. I'm not going to be the first. I'm not going to be the last that is going to be as awesome as me. But the one mistake I'm not going to make is not fulfill my purpose on this earth that God has given me just because there are some of you out there that can't handle my light. If you go blind though, you don't consign me anymore. So just understand now that anything you see me doing, if you have nothing good or nice to say about it, don't think I want to hear. Because I really do not give a fuck. You would be like screaming into the void when it comes to me now. I have allowed your thoughts of me to control me for so many years. And the only thing is that left me is broke, unhappy, and depressed. I don't want that anymore. I'm taking charge of my life. So if you have a problem with my light, with my brilliance, with who I am, with my authority, with how tall I stand, even though I'm only 5'4", then fucking deal with it. We ain't doing that shit this year. It's 2025, man. I'm turning 40. And you think I give a fuck about how you feel about me? Bitch, miss me with that shit. And if you think you want to come at me saying I'm doing the most, or the popular insults I get are, see how she fat. I'll just like to quickly address this. Real quick. Fat is not an insult, it's a description. An insult will be me saying that you are too dumb to realize just how unintelligent you are if you think having to body shame me would make me feel less than. All because you are triggered by the fact that you cannot stand my awesomeness. Now if you notice, I didn't use any derogatory terms as such, but only spoke the truth. And that's what makes an insult a really good one, because it's true. If you're gonna insult me and it's all lies and projections, then you're literally letting me know that it's you you're talking about and not me. I know how many times have I gone viral on Linda KJ, and I go through the comments and it's always the same thing. And keep in mind, the things I'm going viral for is either maybe my articles that are meant to educate you and make you think, but because it triggers the insecure person in you, the one that doesn't want to grow up, that doesn't want to change. The first insult is, you're fat. See how she's fat. And we called all kinds of fat, and it's ridiculous. Like, okay. And so, Does that change the price of Gary in the market? No. I'm fat. Tomorrow I can change that if I want to. But you're stupid. There's nothing really that can change that, honestly. Nothing. Because the choice at this point. I know some of you will say, but sister, you were just preaching love a moment ago now. Why the violence? Drop the weapons. It's all still love, honey. It's called tough love. Love is being able to speak the truth without being worried about, what the truth will cost. A lot of people need to hear the truth, and this year, you are going to overhear it. Because it's part of my purpose. If I'm going to love completely, then I also have to show tough love. And I also have to understand that in loving myself, I have to set certain boundaries to let people know that I am done taking your shit. God is done watching y'all treat me like shit. So you better start getting your act together, or you're going to have to face God, because it ain't going to be me. As I said, I live for him now. So get your shit right when you come around me. You want to work with me when I start to put out my purpose? Then let's get that work going. Let us have the same vision, the same mission, the same direction. Let us understand that we are not just putting this thing out for entertainment purposes only. No. We're done with that shit. We see what's happening even abroad in the industry. It's not about the reason God gave us all this talent wasn't so that we could just be famous and have money. No. It's so that people who are looking for direction can actually have something or someone to point them. We're the fucking compass. We're the message boards. We are Moses with the 10 Commandments. Or whoever it was in the Bible. I don't know anymore. But you get what I'm saying? These talents and gifts are not for us to exploit other people or just be selfish with, or so we can travel to Santo. You can. My throat chakra. You cannot stop me from talking. Fuck this shit. You can do all that and still live your purpose. And you don't need to carry the title of any religious factor or nothing. No. Just be you. God already created you amazing as you are. You don't have to wear somebody else to be the you God already made you to be. And the problem is you're not even giving yourself a chance to get to know yourself. Man, come on. I'm just saying. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm all about my music. I'm all about the content I'm putting out now, because everything has to have a purpose. No matter what I'm putting out. No matter what I'm singing about, talking about. Be it sex, be it business, be it God, be it creativity, talent, be it self, development. It has to have a purpose. No matter how frivolous it is. If I'm doing a silly video, the purpose is to be able to give someone a smile. Make them happy. Everything is done with intentionality now. So, this is me. This is my life. Once again, welcome to the madness. Miss Simone decided not to make an appearance today because we've been fighting. She's been doing the most. But hopefully next time she would show up. Right now she's taking a very, very good nap after eating and stressing my life. And I'm going to go back to whoever I was before I turned on the camera, which is still who I am with the cameras on, just with less clothes on. Anyways, thank you if you've watched this far. I really appreciate it. And until the next one, do have a blessed week.